Tensions rose during a town hall hosted by Representative Val Hoyle at Springfield High School earlier tonight. It's one of many town halls across the nation to provoke outrage. Good evening, and thanks for joining us for KVAL News at 11. I'm Tucker Conlew. Now, Representative Hoyle says people were also concerned about whether the Trump administration was going to cut Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security. We heard similar concerns from the roughly 200 people at the town hall in Springfield tonight, along with concerns about mass deportation, firing of federal workers, and the future of education.
Yep, that's me. I bet you're wondering how I ended up all worked up like this. The city of Springfield is where I've lived and worked for the last 10 years. Springfield's been in the news and courts a lot for discrimination and corruption. I eventually led the city's diversity committee. My managers retaliated against me multiple times for my diversity work and for reporting their continued discrimination. They went after my coworkers too. I reported this over the years to HR and the city managers, but they concealed it. I eventually filed a complaint to Oregon Bureau of Labor and Industries. This was when Springfield resident Val Hoyle was in charge. She's been exposed by the news since then, too. She covered up complaints from many Oregon workers and used her power to cut deals with wealthy employers who helped advance her political career. Well, Democrats continue to support her and elected her to Congress anyway. She sure does know how to manipulate the crowd, and she's friends with a lot of other local liberal politicians. Springfield leaders kept me quiet by hiring a big law firm to investigate their own corruption, but refused to release the results afterward. So, I hired my own attorney and filed a lawsuit. The city leadership settled with me just to keep me quiet, like they'd done with so many other employees who complained about lies and discrimination. Now, this is the story of my continued antics to try and expose the long-time corruption in our town. I hope you enjoy. So I'm James with Community Matters PNW, and I am on my way to a town hall meeting at Springfield High School. This was organized by Val Hoyle, Oregon's U.S. representative. She lives in Springfield, and she was the elected labor commissioner when myself and two other City of Springfield employees filed complaints with Oregon Bully for discrimination. Two of us included retaliation complaints, so it's turning out to be actually a very big... Hey Antonio, how you doing? It's actually turning out to be a very big turnout. I didn't expect this, but I'm kind of going out of morbid curiosity. I kind of want to watch Hoyle lie through her teeth to everybody. I want to see how shameless she is. CKEZI, there's multiple news outlets here. Part of me just kind of wanted to see if I could go in and with my camera, and if I get a chance to ask her questions, I'm going to ask her with the corruption charges mentioned by Portland news organization Willamette Week. She hired an attorney and pulled some pretty slick maneuvers to get out of giving up these public documents that were on her personal electronics. Cell phone, I think, included, where she texted business owners in high positions and used her status and power to benefit them and to further her own political gains. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know if I'll come up with anything I can use, but it'll be kind of interesting just to go in and check it out. I've already seen several people that I know from the community, so there's a lot of people here. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Sean Van Gordon. I'm the mayor of Springfield. We've got quite the itinerary for you this evening, but the first thing we're going to do is when you... So without further ado, I'm going to invite Congresswoman Hoyle up and turn it over to her for some introductory remarks.
So I want to thank everyone for being here today. It's really important, and it is a tradition that we have here in Oregon that we do in-person town halls. There are some people that don't want to do in-person town halls because they might get pushback or people might say things that they don't want to hear. And I'm sorry, my job is to represent the people of this district. On the cuts at the VA, on the nurse that moved her family out here from Florida, and now she's getting fingerprinted for her job.
Boo! You're a liar, Val! You're a crook! You're a liar! You're bad for the Democratic Party! You're crooked! You're a liar! You're a liar! You're as bad as MAGA!
You're a liar too! Boo!
Liar!
Goodbye! Goodbye! Goodbye!
You're a liar!
Goodbye! Goodbye! Shut up!
I'm going. Look, I did break the rules. Sometimes breaking the rules is an important form of protest. Exercising your First Amendment rights sometimes is kind of sloppy. It is. Look, you see all the Democrats in there supporting Hoyle. They probably assumed I was MAGA. You notice the vast majority of people in that auditorium were older. They were indoctrined. A lot of people who believe that the Democratic Party is still a solution are assimilated. They still believe that the Democratic Party is a progressive solution. It's not anymore. There are a few very rare exceptions, but for the most part, the Democratic Party is the other side of the coin to the Republicans. And people have become so assimilated into what they believe is the solution, and people are passionate. They're just as passionate as MAGA is towards Trump. And they get to the point where they bury their head in the sand. They become like an ostrich. They can't even see truth for what it is. Those people are so passionate in defending Hoyle, they don't want to know the truth. They don't care that Hoyle is corrupt. They don't care that she's a pathological liar. Well, this is the same phenomenon that's going on with Donald Trump and MAGA. They don't care that Trump is lying. They don't care that that Trump is deranged. They don't care that he uses the legal system to bully people and to silence them with his money. That was kind of a rush. Most of my activism in the area is in the form of volunteering. I actually prefer to work behind the scenes, so this is different for me. I don't like the attention, but this time I really did get up there and I made a scene. So we'll see what the consequences are in the community. Look, if we're going to create change, we've got to create a nonviolent revolution. We can't just sit there like lemmings and follow people because they say they're doing this or they say they're doing that. Hoyle's been documented in the media for her corruption and for her lies. And, you know, there are a lot of diehard Democrats that really just don't care.